Why? I know you want to leave me, but I refuse to let you go. And that's a song by the... who gives a fuck? You know what I mean?
Crewy Newton and the Holiday Spaz.
Yeah. Probably my favorite pop band of yesteryear, Crewy Newton and the Holiday Spaz.
I didn't know spaz is a slur overseas. Did you know that?
Yeah, it's like...
it's like the R slur.
Yeah. Well, it's... Whenever there was like a moment on the internet...
Which is fine. You're allowed to have different slurs than us. But
yeah,
I always thought of it as like goofy. Like an onomatopoeia, you know, like bam,
yeah.
you know.
Well, I knew it meant
zoomed out of there.
I knew it meant like weird, but I thought it meant like goofy, like
yeah,
you know. And it's like, oh, it's for spastic, like an episode. And I'm like, okay.
See, I never knew that.
You don't see them much anymore. I kind of miss them, but the big long like manic screeds on like Twitter, or they mostly came from Tumblr that were like, here's a list of words that you might be using in your day-to-day life that are actually way worse than the R word. And it's like idiot, moron, dingbat, Nimrod. It's like, first of all, idiot and moron, those aren't going away, A. And B, those, who are you being insulted by? Like a 1920s like bank teller? Like nobody says... I mean, idiot, moron.
This gosh darn nincompoop.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, like I remember seeing spaz on there, and I was the same as you. I was like, and the person was being dead serious. They were like, if you really care about disabled people, you won't say spaz. I was like, I haven't said spaz since like 3rd grade, so I guess I'm in the clear. But like, moron is awesome. Idiot, you fucking idiot. Like nothing hits. That's a classic. It's like Coca-Cola classic. Fucking moron, like that. You know.
Well, also Nimrod was a great grandson of Noah in the Bible.
Right, that's a biblical thing. So, like, what's the fucking?
He was a skilled hunter.
Nitwit.
So Nimrod also means an adept hunter.
I wonder, Nimrod. What are some other ones?
Dimwit.
Dimwit. Yeah.
Something whittle.
Dunce.
Dimwittle, or is it?
I think it's like you're like wit, like dim, like.
You gosh darn loafer. You
fucking
you damn ne'er-do-well.
Ne'er-do-well's a good one. I like that.
You foolish cunt. Cunt doing some heavy lifting there.
Okay,
You stupid bitch.
Yeah, you just fucking sack of shit.
You fucking piece of shit.
You fucking retard.
Let's see. How about so we're going archaic here.
Mongoloid is one that my dad was.
Chaff.
Calf?
No, chaff.
Oh, chaff. Okay.
That one is, I've never really heard many people use that one, but let's see. Ancient insults. Yo, this is our new epic podcast, Ancient Insults. This is going to be bad A.
This is going to be epic AF, dude.
Let's see. A scobberlotcher.
No, there's no way that's real.
It's somebody who avoids hard work at all costs.
That's me. I'm a real ass scobberlotching ass.
Dude, that's a pretty good one, actually.
That is pretty good.
A fop doodle. Someone who doesn't really matter much. Man, that's a harsh one. Kind of harsh one. I wouldn't want to say that to anybody. You know why? Because everybody matters. Oh, I've heard this one. Ragabrash.
I haven't heard that one.
Basically disorganized and unkempt to a point of to where it's annoying to people around them.
Yeah. I haven't heard that one.
Wiffle waffle.
Wiffle waffle?
A time waster, basically.
I think I've said this one on here before, but the one that I never heard anybody use other than like my really old family, it's not an insult. It's for penis. It's tallywhacker, which is just like that is like I've brought it up to people who are like not from the South, and they're like, what the fuck is that? I'm like, it's your fucking dick.
Oh,
like,
You want to hear a good one for a tall, gangly type guy?
Sure.
Duke of Limbs.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Duke of Limbs.
Almost said one that,
Yeah, that was
out loud.
That got close, didn't it?
Yeah, we're probably on the same list there.
Yeah.
That. I'll tell you, it started off, and I went, and then I realized that's half of the N-word.
Yeah.
And look, I know I've taken some artistic liberties, before, but I'd rather say 0% of the N-word. That's how much I want to say of it.
Yeah, I would like it.
Anyway,
look, if I can get
I think a good rule for can you get away with saying something is the first half of this word also the first half of the N-word?
Yes.
And if the answer is yes, proceed with caution, I would say.
This is a cool one, bed swerver. That's like a serial adulterer. Which that kind of sounds cool. Like that sounds like a cool shoegaze band name, like a kind of like a Deftones sounding band. We got Bobaline. Old Tudor English word for fool. Yeah, I have the same anxiety that you have, where I feel like I'm going to say one of these, and then I'm going to read the description, and then I'm not going to have a job anymore, which is fine, I guess. Driggle draggle.
Oh, she
driggle draggle.
She driggle my draggle till I poppycock.
Till I fop doodle. Driggle draggle is an untidy woman. Man, I used to love to hang out with driggle draggle. That was kind of my thing there for a minute. She's the kind of lady who just fucking ramen bowls with food still in the sink and fucking.
Oh my gosh, dude, you're just plain old not batting on a full wicket.
Yeah. Okay, you gilly wetfoot. All right, one of these is good. Gobermouch. No, I don't want
You sir are daft as a bush.
Mumble crust.
There's an old English term for a man.
Just let it out, man.
A man who's a slut, essentially.
Okay.
And the term is like a dog with two dicks.
Okay,
I guess just a guy who will fuck anything, I guess.
Yeah, that sucks.
Here's a good term for gay. Uphill gardener.
That's pretty funny, actually. I kind of like that one. That one doesn't sting like the other one, the big ones do, and I like that it's descriptive in that way, and it says a lot with saying very little.
Yeah, I like it. It's sort of like he's a little light in the loafers. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I wouldn't advise, using any homophobic slurs, but if you're going to use one, I would say uphill gardener. It's on the tamer
pretty
side.
Solid. Yeah, pretty
something
pretty
you
solid.
could give a joke, little joking rib to your homosexual friend. Which we all love to do.
Speaking of uphill gardener,
I love ribbing my gay friends. Love ribbing gay guys.
I like to go to my gay friend's house and we rib each other. It's just we like to have a good time.
I like to
have sex with. I like to have sex with guys.
Ew! I'm just kidding. Audience, that's a joke.
That's called.
It's not gross that Jake does that.
We were. I was at a meeting today for work, and I guess this guy doesn't listen to the show, so he gives a fuck. And we were working through some shit for just trying to come up with stuff to do for just like a campaign we're doing for work or whatever for this client. And
the client is Israel.
Client is Israel. I work for Israel. I do TikTok influencing for Israel. Anyway, the guy that we were on the meeting with, he adjusts his webcam, and he's got a really nice industrial shop vac behind him. You know, like a high dollar one. And my boss goes, "That's a nice vacuum, man. Like, you know, those are pretty expensive." And the guy goes, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna put myself in latex and I'm gonna vacuum seal myself." Like on a work meeting or whatever. And my boss, like, I saw his face on the Zoom, and he was like, "Oh." And then the guy goes, "Yeah, it's like for an art thing, for like art or whatever. I'm trying to work on a special effects video." And my boss was like, "Okay, cool. And that what does that entail?" And he's like, I get in the suit and I suck all the air out of it, and I'm in latex. I vacuum seal myself." And I guess my boss was like taken aback by that, and he goes, "Doesn't that also look like a sexual thing?" And the guy goes, "Nope." Just very like, "No, it's for special effects." And I just kind of sat there for a little bit, and it's one of those things that, like, this is something that would happen in like a kitchen. You know what I mean? Like, not on like a. Everybody has a MacBook involved in this conversation. This is like clearly a fake email job meeting, where you go, "Hey, did you see the Diamondbacks play? Yeah, that was a real game. And did you watch The Boys on Amazon? I did. It was great. And then me and my wife watched Harry Potter, and then we went to sleep, and we've never said the R word, and I've never said any other words." That's usually typically like corporate style stuff. But just to have the guy who does like all like who we work with be like, "I'm vacuum sealing myself just because it's for special effects." Like, he should have lied. I appreciate that he told, like, he was honest with me, but I was kind of like frustrated with him in that moment, because I was like, you could have said anything at all.
You're trying to make it not awkward, and you're like, "Oh, I do that too. We should hang out sometime."
Yeah, there was like when they were done talking, I was like, when he was like, "Yeah, it's for special effects," whatever, I was like, "Yeah, that's what they all say." He didn't laugh. And I was like, "Yeah, I've heard that one before, buddy." Haha. Because I didn't know what to say either. Like, I've never been in like a, because you hear all sorts of goofy shit when you work, like, like in a restaurant, or like, like a fucking labor job or whatever. You hear all sorts of goofy shit. That's the strangest shit I've ever heard in like a corporate setting. And honestly, it's up there with like any job I've had. A guy's like, "That's a nice shop vac, man. You doing some cleaning?" "No, I'm gonna get ass naked, and I'm gonna put myself in rubber, and I'm gonna suck all the air out. It's for a movie." Just lie. You don't have to fucking. You don't.
Yeah, I actually, I like to kill ants, and so I use it to suck up all the ants out of the ground.
Yeah, I use it to. This shop vac. Yeah, it sucks like fucking 200 psi. I put my penis and my nuts in it, and then I tie them around in a rubber band like a ponytail. And I just sort of walk around town.
Yeah, I just use it like a bidet.
Just blow shit out of my ass. Just all over the toilet and the bathroom of my parents' house where I live. That would be, honestly, the American answer to the European bidet is, it has to be loud and brash and mostly ineffective. So, yes, a high-powered jet of air that just blows your balls and asshole.
Yeah, the Colt 45 of bidets.
Yes. It just delivers like a very compressed, pressurized stream of air right at your asshole. It doesn't clean, really. Like most other things that are made in this country these days, it's not very good. So it's not going to clean your butt cheeks very good. But you will have shit on your nuts, which is, one of the coolest things.
Like a mouse.
The coolest things a guy can have. Anyway, yeah, that guy's cool.
Oh, that's a cool piece of shit on your wall.
That's a cool piece of shit on your nuts, man. Where'd you get that? Running into an old buddy that invites you over for dinner. That's a cool piece of shit on your wall, dude. Where'd you get that?
Yeah, it's for art.
I'm not having a complete mental breakdown or anything. You guys are good. It's just art.
It's my new movie. It's called Poop on the Wall.
Yeah. I've been writing. You know how I told you in high school I wanted to write screenplays? Yeah, I've been trying to get into method acting. So this guy that I'm writing, this guy in the movie that I'm writing, he puts poop on his wall. So I just
yeah, it's a parody movie. It's called Perks of Being a Wall Pooper. But we still have to watch the original movie because I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, the lead.
But basically, it's if the guy from Percy Jackson in that movie was also, he liked to smear shit on his walls and kiss.
Yeah, that's the type of stuff that. That's a really cool piece of shit you got there. I'm still laughing about it. That's still getting me, dude. God damn it. Man, that's really... Where'd you get that piece of shit? Did you go to...
I love your floors. Is that dog shit? That's awesome.
Yeah. Dude, what did you do with your bathroom? Did you shit everywhere in it? Dude, I love your bedroom. It looks like you pissed and shit everywhere. Like trying to console a friend whose life is falling apart in the most drastic theatrical way. Dude, your house stinks really bad. Your house stinks so bad. It's like I can't believe it. It's incredible, man. I'm so happy to see you doing good.
We should make a movie.
Okay.
I got the creative drive is burning a hole in my soul, Jake. We've got to get active.
Yeah,
Hear me out, all right?
Okay.
You know how dogs can't talk?
Right.
But robots can move anything with the push of a button.
Uh-huh.
What if we made a movie with no CGI?
Okay.
Only real dogs and robots and electric signals.
Okay.
And we controlled the bodies and faces of these dogs for days on end.
Okay.
And we made a beautiful drama about what it's like to grow up as a puppy dog in America in different areas, in different types of neighborhoods, different cultures, and it was different types of dogs being interviewed, and we'd use the electricity to make them speak English and have sort of more human expressions the whole time. And we'd give them social security numbers and everything at birth.
Okay.
And we'd track them, and we'd get them into schools. And it would track them from human kindergarten all the way till they graduated human college.
Okay.
Until they got to be, 70, 80, 90 years old.
Uh-huh.
And died. And it would track the 100 years. Every single dog. See how far they go, see what they end up doing for their human jobs, because we got electricity to make them use human speeches and to wear clothes. And see where, depending on where each dog was from, with the family and what the income was like, what type of kibble it was eating, and what it went to college.
Right.
What type of electricity was used into the dog.
Okay.
Where the robot lived that was before it.
Right.
And all that. We could use it to combine all these dogs and see what the story is like. And we could make this movie. I'm not sure how much it would cost to film. But I was thinking in the end it could be probably a 15-minute movie.
Okay.
And we would only take, I guess, say 100 years for shooting and filming, and then maybe 10 or 15 years for post-production. And then, yeah, 15-minute movie about dogs. And I thought maybe we could call it just Dogs.
Okay. It's like
Yeah.
a art house type deal, like a.
No, it's like a Harmony Korine type.
Isn't he like an
thriller.
artsy guy? Like a.
No, I've only seen one of his movies, so that's not really my thing.
I just having
don't
an
really
opinion on
like-
a director. Having seen one of his
I've
movies.
seen Spring Breakers, and I thought it was cool. So it'll be like Spring Breakers with dogs, except it's their whole life.
Okay.
And the Gucci Mane can't be in it because he would have to live to be like 170 to promote it. So, and also I can't be in it. I can't be one of the dogs. Neither can you, because it would break our contract. I already wrote it up.
Okay.
So
I-
basically,
honestly-
this is you need to sign the contract, and then we'll make the movie. But it's going to be directed by Steven Spielberg and Martin Scorsese,
Okay.
and then it's going to be all the music is going to be done by Hans Zimmer.
Thank you for walking me through that, man. That was awesome. I really appreciate that.
And the movie is going to be called The Life of a Dog 100 Times with every type of dog. And it's going to be a 6-hour movie.
I thought you said it was to be 15 minutes.
Yes, 6 hours and 15 minutes.
Okay, and it's going to take 100 years to make.
115 when you count post-production.
Okay.
And it's all going to be shot on instant cameras.
What? You talking about like the
Frame by frame, stop motion.
Polaroids?
With the Instax cameras you get at Target.
Yeah, the ones you get at Walmart that like you go when you go on camping trips and you take cute little pictures when you
Yeah,
make a s'more.
The only trick is you got to take 24 pictures per second.
So what's the budget on the Instax? Like $568 million or?
$568.
Damn, you're getting the first deal in a bargain.
Yeah. Yeah, because my friend had them lying around, so that's why we're using them, is because they'll be cheaper that way.
So, The Life of a Dog 100 Times by Steven Spielberg and Martin Scorsese. Directed, score by Hans Zimmer.
Yeah.
What inspired you to make this movie?
You know, I was watching a Johnny Depp movie the other day, and it got me thinking, would the movie Pirates of the Caribbean ever have been made if it was just one pirate?
Would it have just
If it
been
was,
Pirate
if
of
it
the
was just
Caribbean?
Pirate of the Caribbean, he's just Jack
Yeah.
Sparrow out there alone, like, fuck.
Yeah, having
Nothing
sex with
going
a
on.
cantaloupe.
Yeah. So, but due to there being multiple pirates, you have a whole story. So I scrapped I'd been working on this for about 45 years, a movie about one dog.
Okay.
And so it was just this bum-ass, probably 55-year-old dog at that point. And, you know, so I just fucking, you know, I had it put down. I didn't really see a point in the project. And then as I came up with this new idea, I thought, man, I really could use that dog right about now.
So you revived it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I brought it back, and his name is James Hansensen.
Okay.
And he's a Swedish dog, and he's the sweetest little thing now.
Right.
They say a Swedish dog is the sweetest dog.
They do say that. I have heard people say
Yeah.
that a lot. Yeah.
But anyway,
Listen-
Jake, I wanted to bring you into this because I know it's going to make a lot of money. When I see shit like this, I think dollar signs.
Big cheddar stacks as far as I
Yeah.
can see. Yeah. Yeah.
Because you only have to pay a dog in bones and treats
And kibble and, peanut
and
butter.
kibble and water and love.
Did
And
you
we'll
ever
have we'll have professional dog lovers on set.
Why was it a cliche, like in movies and stuff, that people would put peanut butter on their dick and nuts and let dogs suck on it?
Because you would do it. You did it so much that everybody else learned about it. No, I think people have been tricking animals into sucking them off forever.
I would like to think that you're wrong, but you're probably 100% right. Because ever since I saw that video of the chimpanzee fucking that dead frog's head, I kind of realized that, yeah, it's like a universal thing. It's like
origin
of getting your dick sucked.
of peanut butter on peanut. Let's see.
I don't think you're going to find... I don't think the guy who got his nuts licked by a dog would make a blog about it. But I could be wrong. But I would imagine that you're not going to find...
not really seeing anything on this.
You're not going to find patient zero for that.
It says the patient zero was Jake Rhodes.
No, that is
the
not
first guy to do that. And he did it only on guy... It says only on guy dogs. Never for a girl dog. Which is weird because to me, the gender of the dog is not a big deal.
Do you think there's homophobia in the bestiality community?
Absolutely.
Like, you think so? Like if a guy is like, yeah, I
you think some guy in Chile, you think he's gonna fuck a giant mule that has a huge dick? No, that would be gay.
Well, I'm thinking like you're already fucking an animal, so it's like, who gives a fuck?
I thought they went in the JJ.
I mean, I'm sure they do, but like, you're having sex with an animal, so it's like, who gives,
Yeah, two different.
You're already
areas.
depraved. Like,
I don't know. I don't know with some of the larger animals. I know with a cow, it's just deeper into the butt. It's one hole.
They have a cloaca? I didn't know
that. Maybe I made that up.
I would love for you to teach an FAA class, dude. Just go back to Weatherford. Just go to Weatherford Community College and be like, I'm gonna head up to FFA. Then you're gonna get the big love, and you're gonna be like, you know what? We're gonna learn about the inside of a cow today. It's one big hole on the side of its leg.
I'm googling cow vagina situation. All right, let's see what they got going on. There's a cow's vagina. So they have a vulva.
I don't want to hear about that shit, dude. I don't give a fuck.
All right, I'm just gonna look at a picture of it. Get a good. That's not. It's probably not what it should look like.
I don't give a fuck.
It's huge.
Yeah, of course it is. It's a fucking cow, dude.
Wow. What a giant. I always thought that was the butt. I'm really not sure, Jake.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, I get it now. It looks like it's in their butt because it's almost at the exact same angle. It's like right below.
God damn it.
Right below the butt.
Great.
So, if you're going to have sex with an animal, which I don't recommend, and they're right next to each other on a cow.
Yeah.
So, keep that in mind. Also, keep in mind that you could go fly a kite or something if you'd like. But yeah, I think I understand it now. Did you ever watch the documentary about the guys fucking donkeys in Chile?
No, of course I didn't. But
I watched like a 30-minute documentary on it one time. There's a myth down there that, and this isn't in the entire country. It's like in a very small area.
Yeah.
Because it's like mountainous there, and people are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's like their version of hillbillies, I guess.
Yeah. Everybody's got one. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, the myth is that it stretches out your penis.
Oh, it makes it big.
Yeah. To, as a boy, have sex with them. So, like, 12-year-olds will go fuck, like, donkeys.
That takes nuts of steel, dude, because if you approach a mule and a donkey from behind, that's how you get your shit rocked.
Yeah.
And you're coming up behind it with a fucking solid-ass Peter? I don't think so, brother. That sounds like a recipe for disaster for me.
Yeah, so, like, the young boys will have sex with animals. or mostly, I mean, the large animals. And then as they get older, they'll be like, "No, we don't do that anymore." And then the interviewer is like, "Really?" And they're like, "We still do sometimes."
I always thought that the cliche of like country bumpkins fucking farm animals was like not real until, I mean, I don't know, it's all stories, but I got a buddy who grew up in like the Panhandle and went to school in the Panhandle, and one of those kind of like you're bust 45 minutes to the nearest school type situation. Like, he lives in the middle of fucking nowhere, or grew up around there. He lives in Virginia now, and in high school there was one guy whose like family was always like, they were like a wealthy ranching family or whatever, and they went to a party once, and this is not like a long story. He just said that they were like, you know, shotgunning beers in the barn, and the kid whose family owned the barn, he was like, they were like, "Oh, we're gonna go start the bonfire," and he's like, "All right, I'll meet you guys out there." And, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I gotta check on something up in the coop, up at the top. Thought I heard something fall or something." And they were like, "All right," they just wrote it off. Well, they go out there and they're bonfiring it up, and you know, drinking and shit. And they, you know, like an hour passes or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, you know, where's Mike? Or what the fuck?" And they're like, "He said he was still in the barn." They're like, "Oh, maybe he passed out. Like, let's drunk ass, you know, let's go get him, you know, put him to bed." Sure enough, they walk back in the barn, and he's dick deep in an like a lamb, like a teenaged, like not a baby lamb, but like a middle. You know, he said it was like a younger. Which again, if there's homophobia in the bestiality community, is there pedophilia? Like, to me, it sounds all the same.
Not great.
Anyway, he said he was never talked to that guy again. Which, you know what, in things that can really ruin a relationship with a friend, that's probably up there for you. But
yeah, it's cool as like an internationally known like symbol of peace. You just having.
Well, what sucks is like you have fallen outs with people. Like I have friends that I cherished and loved, and I just don't talk to them anymore for one reason or another. Maybe we grew apart, or maybe they were friends of mine when I, different part of my life, and I just don't have those same interests anymore. But, when everybody even ever asks me, like, whatever happened to Evan? I'm like, oh, Evan's still, working at the body shop and, just fucking smoking weed and hanging out. I talk to him every now and then. It's fine. But, like, oh, whatever happened to Mike? He used to come around all the time. Oh, I was drinking at Mike's house, and I went over to his barn, and he was having sex with an animal. Like, that kind of doesn't, you can't really come back from that. I feel like you can come back
unless you're like a real like party animal, like
right.
Real smooth player,
like a smooth. He's
like,
talker.
yo, I
had to get some lamb pussy.
You're not gonna believe this. I just tripped and fell dick first into this sheep. What the hell, y'all? Can y'all help me up? Y'all get me out of here.
Yeah.
I'm trapped. This thing got grip like crazy.
I remember on the same. I guess on the.
Here's a question:
right.
Would you have sex with a mouse for $10?
Mr. President, I know that things in Israel are looking really bad. That Mr. President, yeah, Wolf Blitzer from CNN, yeah, of course. Hey, Mr. President, always great to see you. I know things are looking really bad. And I know that you are under a lot of pressure right now with the Israel situation and Ukraine. Two very nasty wars. I have a question, though, from one of your constituents, Thomas, from Fort Worth, Texas. He wants to know if you would have sex with a field mouse for $10. Jack, last time I fucked a mouse, I was marching. I was marching for the Million Mouse March. me and Martin Luther Mouse were marching for the Million Mouse March, and he said I have $10 for you, Jack, to have sex with the mouse, and I did it because it was Martin Luther Rat. It was Martin Luther Squeak.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Yeah.
And
you're welcome.
one more question from the same guy. I'm going to read all his questions.
Okay.
That's my job.
That sounds good. Yeah, sounds good.
I'm Wolf Blitzer, and I'm gay.
Okay.
And,
Yes. Gay. Okay.
Another question from Thomas from
Okay.
Fort Worth.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Would you finger a little bug 100 times for 2 hours and lick its hole and kiss it on the bug lips and let it kiss your feet and spit on it and bust inside and make a human bug morphism and do all that and let it crawl into your butt and then gives you wings because of the sex? Connects through the genetics into the DNA and the RNA, mRNA, and all that, and then afterwards it buys you breakfast, and then you have a beautiful life together for one dime, 10 cents.
The problem with having when you have a bug husband and the bug husband has when the things that go fly through the air are the things that you have inside your bed. And when you have sex with a bug for one dime, then you're on time, Jack.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One more question. This is from Glambu Esclamian from FR 1750 Blafisquans. His question is
Jesus.
15 Sklubiam landed on our beautiful planet last week. What will you do to defend us from in the upcoming war? We will need ammunitions as well as some encouraging words from Earth's leader, or in our language, Joe Biden.
The thing about having an alien, when I was on the Million Alien March with Martin Luther Alien, and
We remember.
Martin Luther Alien said to me, "It's not the size, it's not the color of your alien, it's the content of your spaceship. Let he who casts the first." Thank you.
Beautiful. That'll be all from me. Once again, I am Wolf Blitzer, a fictional character from CNN.
Thank you, Wolf Blitzer, for coming by the show. Man, I'll let you know on a little secret.
Wolf Blitzer, how come there's no coyote attacker?
Coyote Krieg.
Wolf Blitzer, I haven't even met her.
What a fucking waste of a badass name to become a fucking like debate moderator for old fucking dumbasses. To try dude, if I had listen, if my name was Wolf Blitzer, I would kill people, or I don't know, I'd do something cool. Like I'd break.
Hello, my name is Shark Pogrom, and I will be today. I will be being passive aggressive to Hitler.
My name is Tiger Treblinka, and I am a hey, how's it going? My name is Cobra Birkenau, and I am I'll be the host of your debates tonight. Yeah, it's stupid as fuck to have a name like that.
And we're back with Chuck Rape.
Things are heating up in the West Bank and Gaza. Let's take it on back to sports with Mr. Chuck Rape.
Thank you, Samuel. Well,
thank you, Samuel Penis. Thank you, Samuel Penis. The Diamondbacks are really giving it to the Rangers today, and that's for Chuck Rape's baseball corner.
What a well thought out joke.
Here's the thing about this one is that I am sick, and I feel awesome. Yeah, I feel pretty good.
Oh God. Do you think you're really sick? Do you think you maybe have a cold?
Dude, I don't. Here's the thing about this show is that
God.
It
so
is.
Sorry, Jake.
It's cool. It's cool to talk to my friend for twice a week. It's cool to bring people happiness, and it's cool. It's cool when episodes are great, and it's cool when episodes, you talk about the life of a dog 100 times for about 20 minutes, and you say Martin Luther Bug, and you say all that type of stuff. But I don't appreciate when you condescend to me. It's not nice.
Well,
we're a week and a half
there's a
away.
lot of things that you condescend a lot of messages to me too. But I hope you get better from, if it helps. I saw a guy cough earlier.
That's awesome. That's pretty cool.
Do you think you maybe have Seaver's disease?
No.
From growing too fast?
I have big ass fucking... I got big nuts from the South player syndrome.
Earlier today, this guy at work was standing really far away from everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole day. And my boss was like, "Oh, you mucho sleepy?" And he was like, "Oh, no, mucho COVID."
Mucho COVID. That's awesome,
Mucho COVID.
That's badass.
Yeah. Okay.
That's sick.
Thanks, man. Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for giving 4 of the other guys a ride today.
Yeah. I just people now. I know people that get it and they just go about their day-to-day lives.
Yeah.
And I don't really have an opinion.
I mean, I feel like I've had it a few times, probably.
I've had it twice.
Yeah,
maybe 3.
I've never had a positive test. I got tested during the pandemic. You know what I mean? I also got it. I know I got it at least once because everybody at my work got it, and then I didn't even get tested. I just quarantined because I was like, all right, clearly I have it.
Right. Yeah.
But there's been a couple times where I was like, I either have some sort of flu or COVID. But honestly, a lot of that stuff is just mental in terms of whether you can still go to the store.
Right, jack off, eat soup.
Yeah.
Drink beer. Yeah. I'm not like an anti-vax guy. It costs money now, and I won't be doing any of that. When it was free, it was kind of cool, because I'll take anything if it's free, for the most part. Don't say, getting fucked or like a dog licking your butt cheeks or anything like. Don't say anything like that. You would say.
No, you pay good money for that.
but when I found that CVS was like, "Oh, we've got boosters for like $30," I'm like, I don't even pay my car insurance on time. Like, I'm not really trying to do all that.
I did turn down a free flu shot while at the doctor the other day, but the only reason why I turned it down is because I was already getting 2 shots that day, and I was thinking, kind of don't want to get 3 different shots at one time. Not fucking Captain America. I got vaccinated for pneumonia and tetanus. So if you're fucking with me, you better not try and target my lungs or my blood, because I'm impervious.
Yeah, if you're trying to poison Thomas with rust or some sort of bronchial infection, just know he came fucking prepared.
I'm fucking bulletproof now.
Yeah.
You're in good health when at the ripe old age of 24, your doctor says you need to get a pneumonia vaccination. Life is crazy, Jake.
It is.
Someday it'll all be over, but we're here for this precious time. And there's something so elegant in that we essentially all use our time for the same things. For example, eating cookies, eating treats, eating goodies, caramels, crunches.
Lately, I've been spending an inordinate amount of time looking at superchargers for cars that I don't have. Yeah.
I've been looking at commuter vehicles from the 80s.
Oh, nice.
I'll look at... Yeah, I don't know. Well, mostly actually from the late 90s, early 2000s.
Those are good years.
Yeah, I like looking at stuff I can't afford, but I'll window shop for like Toyota Avalons, like just regular cars.
Well, I'm looking for a car right now, and like a Honda with like 60,000 miles on it. It's like 6 years old. Is like $22,000 or whatever, $23,000. So I just say fuck it. I'm gonna get the car that I want, which is the GTO. There's one right around the corner from me. There's also one by your house, but it's too expensive. They want MSRP for it, so I probably won't get it. But yeah, I need a new car bad, and so I'm probably going to do something really stupid here soon. But that's, you know what? Sometimes I've come to realize that as a man, sometimes you get, like when girls get depressed, they can make like a poem or they can make like a dream catcher or something. When guys get depressed, you have to make a big purchase that fucks you up for like 2 years. Maybe longer. Like something
maybe,
like
maybe forever.
Yeah, maybe you never fully financially recover. Like maybe like when you have your first kid and you go to buy that first package of diapers, you're like, wow, I'm still hurting from the C10 that I bought on a fucking impulse decision when I was having a manic episode 20 years ago.
Yeah.
See, that's where I'm
happen.
at. There's a 59,000-mile Pontiac GTO in New Braunfels, 30 minutes from me. 21 and some change. Every responsible commuter car that I've seen that's 5-6 years old is more expensive and with more mileage or around the same. So I'm like, fuck it. Why not? It's just an LS2 engine. You know, it's just a fucking 6-liter V8 that gets 13 miles to the gallon. It sounds like and fucking goes faster than shit. I just got a ticket in the Nissan. What the fuck else is going to happen to me? And then that little voice in your head goes, Jake, bro, you're trying to save up. You might want to get a house soon, dog. You're old. The days of, I feel like I missed my window to buy a car that's stupid like that. Because the next phase of my life where I get to is the end. You know what I mean? Like, I'm 29. Like, I feel like there's like from 18 to like 27, you get to do that type of shit. But I guess what I was getting at is that, yeah, whenever I get...
I've known of a lot of mid-40s guys or early 40s
But that's the midlife crisis. That's what I'm saying. That's the next time you get to do that.
A midlife crisis is like 10 years away. I wouldn't be too worried. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess 39. Yeah.
You think of it like it's never... Like it's going to happen in a really long time. We're going to be in our 40s...
Soon.
Yeah, like relatively.
Yeah. I mean,
we're closer to our 40s than we are to the beginning of life.
For sure. No, I understand that.
I think when I'm 40, I'm probably gonna join the circus finally.
You're very flexible and all your joints work good. So
I've been working on tightrope, but only at night because I get self-conscious. My pole is like 200 feet tall, and I'll just walk across the tightrope at night so my neighbors don't call me gay. But I don't even have a net down below. Dude, growing up, I used to think that walking on a tightrope was like an everyday thing for grown-ups.
Really?
Yeah, I used to think I would need to know how to walk on a tightrope when I got older.
My version of that was the unicycle. I just thought like it was like a bike. Like you just got like the way you get a scooter. Every kid gets a scooter, and every kid gets a mongoose bike or at some point or whatever. Like a Huffy, some Walmart bike, Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to learn how to ride a unicycle at some point.
Yeah, I think I just watched too many cartoons, and I was like, fuck, if I'm not good on a tightrope, I can't go on any adventures.
Man, one day I'm going to have to dress up like a lady bunny, and I'm going to have to get hunted by my friend. Dude, one day I'm going to eat a stick of dynamite, and it's going to make my stomach go, whoop, and then I'm going to hold up a sign that says, ouch, and then I'm going to fall down a cliff in slow motion.
Yo, I can't run away from home because I might end up in a circus, and they're going to make me be one of the tigers. I have to jump through a hoop made of fire. Shit.
Thank you, Joe.
I remember one time growing up, we went to a circus, or I thought it was going to be a circus, and it was just donkey basketball.
That's badass.
And they threw shit into the audience.
That's sick. Where the fuck did you go? Did you go to like a...
It was at like a high school or something. It was on a basketball court. Like It was on an actual basketball court, and they had fucking donkeys trampling on it, like destroying the court.
Did you go to like a Hunger Games school? Like what the fuck?
Bro, no, this wasn't school related. This was at night. But this was they had dudes with shovels, and when the donkeys would shit, they would just grab the shovels, pick it up, and just fucking hurl that shit into the audience.
That's
and
awesome.
it was really not popular with people. Like people would leave over it.
Yeah, I don't think that I would be too pleased if I got poop thrown at me by a fucking redneck.
It was right around Christmas too.
That's awesome, dude.
we would. My grandma made this like hot spiced tea or whatever, which it's like it's got like tang in it and stuff.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Anyway, and I remember drinking that on the way to donkey basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And then just getting shit thrown at us. It didn't hit us because we were sitting up high enough. My granddad knew you got to sit up high so they can't throw their shit on you. But we had a good time. Looking back, I don't think I would go to another donkey basketball event.
Yeah, I think that's like a one and done type deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. We went to I guess it's 'tis the season. It's a couple more months, but there was a mall by where I grew up, the Pasadena Town Square Mall, in beautiful Pasadena, Texas. And it was like right on the corner, or like right where I guess that part of town meets South Houston. It's predominantly Hispanic area. This is context. And this was the mall that my mom would take me to go get my pictures taken with Santa when I was a kid. It's also the one, like it was the mall we went to get like, you know, everything was cheap there, and go to get school clothes, and it was also like we would go to the mall for like a day out or whatever, you know, like you go get a slice of pizza and you get a Coca-Cola and like play the arcade games or whatever. But we went, I was like probably maybe like 12, and so my brother probably had to be like 4 or 5. And we went, and every year that I had gone, they had a white Santa, which you just, Santa's white in all the TV shows. I don't give a fuck, you know. This year, clearly like dark Mexican Santa. Like clearly, you know, like you have the hair and the hat. He was portly. You have the hair and the hat and the beard, but, you know, dark Santa. And we're like standing in line, and I'm hearing murmurs from like the other 2 white families in line that are like, is Santa Mexican? Like, is that a honey, look over there. Is Santa Mexican? Hell yeah, I think that's a Mexican Santa. Anyway, and my mom, like I went with my dad, and my dad is like, all right, whatever, you know. And we get up there. This isn't really like, there's not like a big, you know, end to this. I just remember, I remember laughing very, very hard. I'm up there with my brother and my dad, because I don't know why in my head I accepted Mexican Santa. I didn't care. Santa could have just got a tan. You know, it's Christmas. He's been on vacation. He went to Costa Rica. He smoked some weed, hung out a couple brothels, you know, got some fucking poontang, whatever the fuck Santa did. You know, got some strange from old Mrs. Claus is up fucking making bird baskets, whatever the fuck. I get up there, and there's Mexican Santa, and I walk up with my brother, and Mexican Santa goes, "Merry Christmas." Merry Christmas. What did you want for the Christmas? And I laughed so hard that like everybody that was there at that got really mad at me. And of course, you know, like everybody around me is like, well, not everybody, basically just my dad and me are like, this is the best day of my fucking life. Because when you go to see Santa, you expect a fat guy who just works at 7-Eleven, and this is his best time of year. He gets paid money. Merry Christmas. Do you want Nintendo? This is just a guy who was working at the Journeys, like in the back. Just like stocking shelves and shit. So anyway, this year, in order to be more multicultural, I would like to petition that all Santas be South American to some degree. Because it's a good memory for me, and I kind of want to relive that.
I wonder how much you get paid to be a Santa.
He had a tip jar out there. This was every year. It wasn't just the Mexican Santa. I'm not trying to say anything outlandish.
I'm going to look it up. I'm the fact checker. How much money does Santa make? Santa's salary.
Santa hourly.
You'd not believe this, but Santa's salary is not close to... The salary range for a mall Santa job is from $56,102 to $67,334 per year in Texas.
Okay, and here's the thing. You're making that shit in what?
The average hourly pay is $27 an hour.
Here's the thing. You're making that much in like a 2-month period. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm wondering how accurate this is.
I trust it.
Freelance Santas typically rake in $150 an hour, says this professional Santa, but some make as much as $500 an hour.
You got to be a real fucking jolly motherfucker to be cleaning up that type of cheese.
Yeah, you got to really look like Santa, like no fake beard.
Yeah, real beard, real hair, real belly, real rosy cheeks, real fucking candy cane. How much do pro Santas make? So they have amateur Santas.
Yeah.
Oh, they have agencies. They have agencies for Santa.
So Ed Taylor is one of the higher earning Santas. He's an LA-based Santa who regularly appears in commercials for Chrysler and on television shows like Jimmy Kimmel Live and the Today Show. For an average gig, Taylor charges $250 to $275 for the first half hour, then an additional $100 for each half hour after that. When Christmas draws near, however, Taylor earns more. He charges between $400 and $600 for the first half hour for a gig on Christmas Day.
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
And $200 for each half hour after. Holy shit.
That's badass.
Here's an awesome quote. So, before Taylor was earning this much, he was a public speaker playing Santa on the side, trying to figure out his next business move. Begin quote, "It always kept coming back to me. Santa," end quote, he said. Wow.
Poetic. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to give for Christmas. Probably a lump of coal because I'm a fucking piece of shit.
Oh my God, Jake, you're bad.
Yeah, I'm
you're
a naughty
bad.
little fucking loser. It's the end of the fucking road, end of the line for me, end of the fucking rope for old Jake.
Yeah, apparently they can make up to $60,000 in a single holiday season.
Again, you're clearing. That means you're clearing like 25, 30 grand a month for like 2.5 months. Because I know some places will trot out the fat fuck like November, you know, like around now, like now. Like, which is, I mean, whatever the fuck, who gives a shit? The cool thing about my life is that, when did you say fuck this, Santa's not real? How old were you?
I was never told that he was real to begin with. I was trained from an early age that he was fake, and that other kids would believe in him.
That's interesting. That is here. You know what's you told me? I think you did tell me that before. And you, I feel like that's something that I hear from people who are either raised in really secular households or like uber religious households. Because I was raised in a somewhat religious household, at least with when I was like me and my mom. But it was a Santa house, but I was a fucking little annoying shithead, and I was like, hey, this fat fuck can't get to all the houses. There's like 1,000 houses in the world, which at the time when I was like 6, that's as many houses as exist. He's not doing that in a 24-hour period. And my mom, being like 20 years old or whatever, 21, was like, you know, I don't give a fuck, dude. I got to go to work at Sonic. So, yeah, you're right. He doesn't exist or whatever. And then she told me not to tell any of the other kids at my school. She said, it's really important that you don't tell anybody this. But no, Santa's not real. I give presents. And, of course, I went back to first grade, and I was like, get a load of this, you fucking morons. Check this shit out. You know all your cool little fucking gifts you get? You know who puts those under the tree? It's not Santa. It's your drunk ass dad. He drinks fucking 12 beers and he waits for you to go fucking memes. And then he puts a bunch of fucking shit under the tree and he writes Santa on it. And that's all she wrote. It's not real. And I got in trouble. And that's why I am the way I am today.
Wow, that's really disrespectful of you, Jake.
Yeah.
And if I were Santa, I would fucking kill you for doing something like that.
If I was Santa, I would fuck you in the ass, dude. Fucking loser.
If I was Santa, I would have given you a fucking...
I would have given you a rim job. If I was Santa, dude, I would have sucked
all this. I would have sucked the skin clean off your feet. Couldn't walk the next day. If I was Santa.
Just talking shit at a bar. Dude, if I was Santa, I would suck the skin straight off your sack, dude.
Yeah, it'd hurt to sit down for a long ass time.
If I was Santa, I would fuck you out, dude. I'd treat you like a creature.
Dude, if I was, you're lucky I'm not Santa, dude. Or I'd take you out back and I'd kiss you so hard your lips would come off.
I'd bend you up like a guy, I'd make you look like silly putty. Make you look like water. I'd make you look like mud, dude. Fucking, there'd be nothing left of you except paste.
I mean, I would teach your ass a new language.
Yeah, if I was Santa, dude, I'd ruin your fucking life. You wouldn't wake up. You wouldn't be able to think about anything else. It would fuck.
You couldn't look in a mirror without spitting on your own cock, you piece of shit.
It would fucking suck to get fucked by Santa. That shit would piss me off.
I would get real mad. I'd say, I got a girlfriend, dude.
Hey, listen, man, I'm supposed to get married soon, so you got to put that thing away.
Hey, Santa, you do not get to fuck me.
Santa, look, I'm getting married.
Santa, I'm not sexually curious, and I'm really pissed off that you're doing this against me.
I'm not Santa-ly curious. I'm not trying to have Martin Luther Santa.
I have a present.
Very good, and on that note, we have a present for you. You should fucking come to Shuba's Tavern on November 10th in Chicago, Illinois at fucking 8 p.m. Got a badass show for you.
It's 7, right?
Doors are at 7. Yeah, show's at 8. We got
come for the doors.
Yeah, come for the doors and just leave. We get the money either way. No, please come, and we've got some really sick-ass sweaters. I posted them on the Patreon. We got some cool sweaters that are only going to be for people who come to the show, and then whatever's left we're going to sell on Patreon. You can check out those pictures on fucking goddamn Twitter and on
like a boss.
And on goddamn, you should post them on Instagram too, did you?
I did.
Yeah, Pendejo Time Worldwide on Instagram. Check out those shirts; they're pretty sick. We're doing a limited run.
They're on my personal Twitter. That I didn't put them on the Pendejo Time Twitter.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I think I retweeted them. But, yeah, they're...
I mean, they're on my personal Instagram and then my personal Twitter, but they're not on the show Instagram.
Okay. Throw them on there when you get a chance. That's your homework for today. Yeah, and then you head on over to pendejotime.com/Patreon and whatever the fuck, and throw us $5 a month. If you like this episode, if you like awesome, crazy, psycho, wacky, witty, surreal comedy like The Dog That Lives 100 Times or whatever the fuck Thomas said, $5 a month gets you access to all the backlog of episodes and a fucking bonus episode a month. $10 gets you access to the video episodes. We just put one up and we got another in the fucking chamber. Check out our clips, our YouTube, Pendejo Time on YouTube.
Our TikTok is pendejo.time.
Yeah, check that out.
We just got a new clip up there. It's going super viral. I think it's already got
2 likes.
It's already got like 10 likes. So fucking run that shit up.
Run that shit up, and yeah, come to the fucking show, and we'll probably do more shows next year, or we'll just never do the show again. We'll see.
Yeah, or we'll just blow up.
Yeah, just not in a good way. I'll just fucking kill myself. I'll just fucking...
Wah, wah, wah. All right, you guys have a good one. We'll see you in a couple days.
Happy Thanksgiving. Bye.
Farewell.